There have been multiple UFO sightings across the skies of California, and you can find this report at abovescience.com here. That's abovescience.com. So yeah, title of this report is Reports of UFO sightings across California. It says here, federal authorities said today there has been no unusual flight activity in California despite a flurry of reports by civilians in several cities who believe they saw strange lights in the sky on New Year's morning. And by the way, what a great way to kick off 2014. One person says, I seen like 6 bright orange lights, they told an ABC News affiliate. They continue, they were almost like a diamond or triangle shape. It was weird, and so they just separated. The person says that they captured these lights on their iPhone. More witnesses across California reported similar sightings at just about the same time, including Sacramento and Auburn. One person says, well, we saw it right through the trees. Steve Brown from Sacramento told News 10. He says, it was bright enough to shine directly through the trees without any problem seeing it. He continues, whatever it was moved up and to the left. It hovered there for probably about 60 seconds, and then it took off at a high rate of speed, which reports of these objects generally do. Auburn residents Terry and Hans Moth told News 10 they described similar sightings that happened on New Year's Eve. They said there was no sound, no blinking lights, just this big illuminated form, says Terry Mouth. Also, Federal Aviation Administration spokesman Ian Greger said that there were no reports of UFOs. He says there was no unusual flight activity reported Tuesday night. Greger told ABCnews.com today the reports came just a few days after the discovery of a crop circle in Salinas, California, which has also sparked speculation that were UFO related, obviously. And I haven't looked into this crop circle from Salinas, California. But could it be related to all of these sightings? I don't know. Here's a short video concerning all of these sightings. Let's see what they have to say.
There was something dazzling in the sky last night, and we're not talking about New Year's Eve fireworks.
Well, people from all over Northern California contacted us to report a bizarre flying object or objects. Most of the sightings happened just after midnight.
News 10's George Warren spent the day trying to identify the unidentified flying objects.
Well, we saw it right through the trees. It was bright enough to shine directly through the trees without any problem seeing it.
Stephen Brown watched it over Sacramento. Hans Mount spotted it over Auburn.
Kind of approached from over that direction and came across kind of slow.
Did they see the same thing that Kay Pinlack saw in Stockton?
Pretty much right above this palm tree here.
Multiple objects, he says, captured on his iPhone.
I seen like 6 bright orange color lights, and they're like almost in a diamond or triangle shape. It was weird, and so they started just separating.
You see that other one up there on the right, though?
And not just Northern California. Somebody posted this video from the Hollywood Hills on YouTube. Multiple glowing objects out there among the New Year's Eve fireworks.
And now it's 3 more. There's 2 of them. No. There's 3 all together, right?
4. No, it's 4 now.
In Auburn, Hans and his wife Terry saw it a few hours earlier than the other sightings.
But there was no sound. That's the funny thing.
Or the lights, the usual lights.
No sound, no blinking lights, just this big illuminated form.
And whatever it was moved up and to the left. It hovered there for probably about 60 seconds, and then it took off at a high rate of speed, out of sight, directly away from us, and just disappeared.
Of course, we're always looking for rational explanations for UFO sightings. This 2008 sighting over the Sacramento Valley turned out to be an airplane with an electronic sign under the wings. A year later, a mysterious flashing light near Placerville turned out to be arcing power lines.
There's a light.
We're still waiting to find out if there's a rational explanation for what people saw last night all across California.
Now, an FAA spokesman tells me that there was no unusual aircraft activity reported to the FAA last night. If this was some sort of hoax, it would have to be a pretty elaborate one because it was seen by so many people all over California.
Well, yeah, up and down the state, which is interesting, and within hours of each other.
Yeah, so the earliest sighting we heard about was about 8 p.m. up in Auburn. Terry and Hans, they said it was just a single object they saw, very moving unnaturally, too fast for a balloon, too slow for an airplane. In Sacramento as well, Stephen said that it was a single object hovering and then streaking away. And then, of course, course, down in Stockton, the multiple objects as in Hollywood.
That's the interesting part, that it was hovering and then it started cruising. That suggests, it's not a balloon or
There's some intelligent control of this thing.
Nothing showed up on radar that the FAA is willing
Not
to
that they're telling us. And we also
sure
talked.
they would,
We checked with Travis Air Force Base and Field, and they said, of course, nothing unusual happening.
All right. Well, it'll be interesting if someone can step forward and offer an explanation.
Please, I'm dying to know.
So there you have that. Before I go here, I would like to actually direct you to a short documentary that I myself am in, and very dramatic, filled with lots of graphics. You can go to YouTube. I will leave a link in the description, but you can go to very simply go to youtube.com and type in Alien Apocalypse, and video is right here. Title is Alien Apocalypse, The Great Deception, or Rapture Cover-Up, as it's titled right here. So take a look at that, and that's me right there. Take a look at this film right here, and it gives a explanation as to what a lot of these UFO sightings can be. What is the point of these aliens? It's actually centered around a false alien invasion. Not so much really aliens, but actually spiritual beings from another dimension, demons, if you will, whatever you might want to call that. But take a look at this video right here. It's very much related to the scriptures and gives a great explanation for UFOs and a future potential false alien invasion. But anyways, until next time, this is Wesley Ferris. Take care.